Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I am part of a New Beginnings event. Today, I'm going to wait for the okay. I have about a minute to go. Hi, Susan. Welcome. Yes, I'm in the group today, and I think it's time. I wasn't sure how I was going to get the okay if I'm already on here. Were you the one that was going to tell me? Oh, I understand what you're saying. I'm in the group now. Okay, well, welcome everyone to New Beginnings Live. My name is Rosalinda with Handmade by Rosalinda, and today I am part of an event with New Beginnings Live for mental health awareness. So that's going to be the theme today. How's everybody today? Thank you, Susan, for letting me know. I was a little confused, and I'm sorry I get so nervous during these events. So I'm already sweating a little bit here. Hi, Ellen. I'm so glad I can see comments today because I had not been able to see comments for any of my lives recently. How's everyone? All right, so as you guys know, we are doing mental health awareness through this event. It isn't the month for mental health awareness, but we are going to do it just to bring awareness to people and just so everyone knows that there's someone they can talk to. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much, Susan. Hi, Jennifer. I am so happy to see comments. You guys have no idea. I was so worried that I wouldn't be able to see the comments again. Thank you, Kimmy. So, like I mentioned, if you're just hopping on here, I am part of an event with New Beginnings Live. And we are doing this event for mental health awareness. I want to share a little bit of the things that I have gone through and just know that there is hope. Okay, so I gave my life to Jesus Christ when I was about 9 years old, but unfortunately I had already gone through a whole lot of abuse and trauma as a child, and I even went through it a little bit more when I was in my mid-20s. So not to get too much into detail of everything that happened, because I don't want anybody feeling bad for me, because I no longer have a victim mentality. I wasn't a victim, but I am a victor through Jesus Christ. And I had to be strong through all of those events that happened in my life. But with the help of Jesus, I was able to. So my theme for my craft today is from Proverbs 31:25. And I have this stencil here that I purchased, which says, "She is strong." And me, with my experience, being strong meant getting a hold of Jesus's hand. That's the only way that I was able to overcome the things that happened to me in my life. So let me read a little bit of that verse. It says, "She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come." And that's in Proverbs 31:25. So if you're going through something today, whether it's abuse or anything that you may feel depressed, I struggled with depression throughout my life, most of my childhood. Anxiety, I didn't know what it was or why it would happen. But later on, when I grew and Jesus set me free, I knew exactly why I felt the way I felt, maybe around certain people or certain situations. But if that's you today, just know that there is hope. And if you do believe in God, just know that God is with you and you can grab a hold of his hand. And you have a lot of us. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to other people. I'm always available. My inbox is always open, and a lot of my followers know that. For any reason, they always message me. They have, you know, my heart. So if that's you, just know that there is hope, okay? And you're not alone. I felt alone. I felt lonely throughout my whole entire childhood. There was always something missing there in my heart, like I had a hole in my heart. But one day, Jesus set me free. So that's what I want to share. So I will be using this stencil today. And I'm going to be using this something dropped, and I don't know if it's something. Hang on. Something that I need. Oh, it was the thing for the paint. Sorry about that. Okay, so I have this frame. I already gave it one coat. This is one of those vintage frames from Dollar Tree. I gave it one coat, but I'm going to give it another coat because I can still see some of the gold. And this is the frame, how it looks when you buy it. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Ellen. Oh, thank you, Linda. You can reach out to me if you need any prayer or anything, okay? Anytime. So, let me get started with the second coat of that. And I do like to add some of my multi-purpose sealer. I buy this at Walmart. This is by Deco Art. I added this prior to the paint because I don't want the paint to chip away. Thank you, April. That is so true. God is good, and he's been very good to me. Hi, Emily. I also went to therapy with my church. They have something called healing rooms. You may be able to see which churches offer that. If I'm in California, and I know a lot of you guys are not in the state, but there's healing rooms in other churches, and you sometimes they accept people that aren't part of their church. Like you pay a fee, or sometimes it's free, but they have healing rooms, which is like a therapy that they give you. And I went through that as well. That definitely helps. So if that's something you would be interested in, I know that you can Google healing rooms, and that's for the soul, for the heart. Obviously, healing, not physically, but in the mind and the soul and the body and everywhere you may need it. You can Google that, or I've also gone through a actual doctor to get therapy and things like that in my earlier years. So just know that there is help out there if you need it. And if you're like me, it took me a long time to actually do something because I don't want to bother. You know, I felt like I didn't want to bother people, or I didn't want people to know my situation. I didn't want people to know what happened to me. Things like that. But just know there's no reason to be ashamed. Just know that whoever you're going to go to, it's confidential, and they understand what you're going through. And they're there to help you. How's everybody doing? It's very rainy today here in California. We don't get a lot of rain, but today is pouring. Have to go take some packages to the post office, and it's crazy pouring out there. Oh, thank you, Susie Q. And then make sure to also go and check out the other creators. We've had, I believe, 3 before me. I'm the 4th one. And then there's also Linda with Perlin Creations. That's coming right after me. So you guys may want to check out what the other ladies are creating so far. I've seen beautiful, beautiful creations that they've made. I'm sure they're all going to be beautiful. The sun is shining. Where are you at? In the high 70s. That's good. Yes, we do need the rain for sure, Teresa. Philippians 4:13 is your life verse. Is that the one that says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me? I think that's the one. And that one is so true as well. So I think that one can go with this craft as well, because it says that you are strong. We are strong in Him. But it is not through our own strength. It's through His strength. By the power of His might. Hi, Bonnie. Welcome. Hi, Cheryl, my friend. How are you? Hi, Jennifer. Welcome, everyone. You know, I was trying to get ready to create, and I wasn't sure what I was gonna make, but I knew that I wanted to make something so I can share a little bit of where I came out of and the things that God has taken me out of, because it's very crazy. Like, if I was to ever talk about everything that happened to me, I think sometimes people would say, how are you still standing, or how are you still serving God, or whatever, you know. And I even had a couple people in my life tell me, you did not go through that. It's impossible, because how are you so smiley and happy all the time if you went through all that? The only thing I can say is because of Jesus. That's the only thing, because I wasn't always this way. I can say that I was a pretty angry person in my youth. Probably hurt people, because I was always so ugly. Like, my attitude was like responding harshly, I would say, to people because of the pain that I had. So I think that's why I'm so compassionate towards people that are so ugly. I mean, I don't let them walk over me. I'll never allow that, but I give them grace and I give them chances, because I was once there, and I know that usually people who walk around treating others bad and being angry, it's because they have a heart issue. They either been through something hurt, or they're probably struggling with a mental health disorder or something like that. So I know that I was there before, and I try to offer grace to people. But sometimes people think they can abuse that grace, and then that's when you got to say nope, you know. But there is hope out there. All right, so that's how it looks so far, and I did dry it. I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to get the middle part where I'm going to add something here, and then stencil the Bible verse on there. And I believe this stencil is from Temu. All right, I have these napkins. Unfortunately, there's only half of it has a design and not the other half, so I'm going to try to combine them. These are from Michaels. So I'm going to cut them, and I'm going to combine them, see what we can come up with. And I only have an hour, so I got to try to hurry it up. Make sure you guys go check out the other ladies. Linda with Perlin Creations is after me. Might want to go check her out and see what she's up to. Yes, I agree to that too. We do need to offer grace to ourselves, because sometimes we're harsh to ourselves as well. I used to be that way because of the things that happened to me. I used to be very hard on myself, and if I messed up and maybe reacted in a bad way, I used to feel so guilty. Especially when I first started serving God, I used to feel like he didn't love me anymore. He didn't want me because I was ugly. I couldn't help it. Even though I would say, okay, I'm going to try to do better today. It wasn't always the case. So it takes time. Especially when you're raised in that environment. All right, I'm going to paint the middle part where the stencil is going to go and the napkin with Waverly chalk paint in the color Plaster. Hi, Lisa. Can you say your name so I can say it correctly next time? Yes, my name is Rosalinda. 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 Hi, Michelle. Welcome. And I'm already getting to the bottom of this paint, so it's a little bit dry. We're going to work with it. A little thick, I should say, not dry. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the New Beginnings Live. New Beginnings Live for mental health awareness. And then, you know, the lady that was prior to me, I don't remember her name. I apologize. This is my first time doing an event with this group. But she said something that I thought was beautiful. She said, if she's able to help one person today with this event, then she already won. And that is true. If we're able to reach out to one person today, we've already done our job. So I think God allows us to go through things so that we may help the next person. So sometimes people don't understand why things happen, but sometimes he allows us and he makes us stronger in the process as well. There's going to be someone else in the future that you can help, that you can reach out to. And that's how God works. We don't understand his ways. He even says that his ways are not our ways and his thoughts are not our thoughts. So definitely the way he works. And we would never know why. But I am glad that I can help someone else. Hi, Andreina. Welcome, my friend. Hi, Bonnie. Yes, please make sure to go follow all the other creators for the event today. Hi, Mary Foss. Welcome. Aw, Teresa, thank you. You're always so sweet, my friend. I have so many kind ladies that I've met on here since I opened my page. My page is fairly new. I opened it in June, and I just kind of let it sit there for like about 3 months, and I wasn't really interacting with my page till probably during the holidays this past year. Hi, Country Family Roots. Welcome. And then I started doing my lives in January, and I've met so many wonderful people on here. I just feel so blessed. God is good to me. Hi, Susie Q. All right, I'm gonna give it another coat because you can see the streaks, the black underneath. Some of it, just real quick. And I was never much of a talker until I got on here. I've always been very introverted. I never thought I would actually be doing lives. But I think that's why I also get so anxious and nervous during these events, because I feel like I'm going to get stuck and not know what to say. But I do this every day, so it shouldn't be any different, but it still feels different. Hi, Bonnie. Welcome, everyone. Hi, Donna. Oh, thank you so much, Lisa. Appreciate it. All right, let's do one of these at a time. I gotta iron it down a little bit. I don't want to do it on top of the paint. Do it scared? That's true. Aw, that is true. Do it scared. I did do it scared when I started. Oh, thank you, April. And I really do enjoy doing this. This has also helped my mental health, crafting, I should say. I've always crafted since I was a little girl, but I recently got into home decor when I opened the page. No, I should say a little bit before that. And I love it. I really enjoy it. It's my therapy. Hi, Helen Nunez. Welcome. All right, I'm going to use the Mod Podge. And I don't have a flat brush here. Hang on. Give me 1 second. I got to grab one of my flat brushes. These are the flat brushes. I get these on Temu as well. And I love them for the Mod Podge because it goes on so smooth. Hi, Sue Hall Little. Welcome. All right, I'm gonna do one at a time. And when you do this, you have to make sure your hands are dry, because then it'll stick. It will stick on you. Oh, thank you, Teresa. You're so sweet. Oh, thank you, Lindell. Well, welcome to my page or to the event. I don't think I've seen you on here before, but I appreciate you being here. Did you get a chance to catch the other creators as well? Hi, Sherry. All right, here's half of it. And we're gonna remove the sides, but let me add the other one. Welcome, everyone. Hi, Becky, welcome. Hi, Teresa, Stanley, welcome. All right, there isn't that many wrinkles on there, but I like to go back and iron my pieces just to give it more of a flatter look on the napkin. Let me do that real quick. All right, I'm gonna grab my Gator sander And I'm going to go around and I'm going to tear the excess of the napkin. Hi Hazel, welcome. All right, there we go. That's the look. Let me go back on here and seal it with the Mod Podge. And if needed, I'm gonna iron it again. Because sometimes after you, what do you call it? Like after you put it on there, you have to go back and iron it because it gets wrinkles after when you put the Mod Podge on top. See if that's not the case, but when you dry it, it does. It starts to bubble up a little bit. Hi, Donna. Welcome. Thank you, Teresa Stanley. The napkin is from Michaels, in case you're interested. Little cocktail napkins or beverage napkins. Hi, Jeanette. Welcome. Hi, Louise. Welcome. Hi, Griselda and Diane. Welcome. When it does that, yeah, I know. Sometimes it does it. Most of the time, I would say. I figure that when I put the heat tool too close, that's when it does it. So I think I've kind of learned to keep it a little bit further away. It takes a little longer to dry, but I think it kind of does the trick. Hi, Bonnie. Welcome. Hi, Julie. Hi, Michelle. It adds character, Teresa. I am such a neat freak that I have to take the, I have to take them out. I think on some projects it's okay. Hi, Jessica. Hope you're feeling better, my friend. I hope you're healing well. Right, I know. It goes both ways. You could have it both ways, but it just depends on the project. If it's like a very old looking, vintage, rusty, whatever, chippy, sometimes the wrinkles are fine with me, but you know, we're all different. Excuse me. All right, let me go back and iron it a bit. I think it turned out good. There's not a lot of wrinkles. I still like to go back and iron it. I feel like when the Mod Podge gets like really flat, it looks neater. Let's hope I don't mess it up instead of fixing it. Sometimes I do that. And I'm like, ah, I should have left it how it was. Just a little bit. I didn't press too hard. All right. See? Now it's lifting. And it was fine before. It's okay though. There it is. Let's go on and stencil the Bible scripture and put the frame together so I can distress it. And then if there's time, I'll add a bow or something on top, and then we're done. Then you guys can go watch Linda with Perlin Creations after me. I'm sure she has something beautiful under her sleeve. Hi, Lenora. Thank you, Griselda. All right. That's my little brush. All right, so let me center this. I could never get anything centered. My eyes don't work for that. When I think it's not centered, it's actually centered. All right, I'm gonna do that. Let's hope the stencil doesn't move. I'm gonna use this little brush, and I'm gonna somewhat dry brush into the stencil. And what I mean by dry brush is you grab your brush and you take a lot of the ink off. I don't know if that's gonna look. Maybe I should do black. Yeah, I don't think that gray's gonna. Hang on, I don't think the gray's gonna show through. Let me grab my black. Hello there. Welcome. All right, let's see if this works. All right, I think we've got it all. Let's hope it worked. I don't think I've stenciled on top of a napkin before. How's that? All right. For those that are just coming in, we are doing a mental health awareness event with New Beginnings live. You guys can follow the page for more events. Hang on, let me dry this before I put it in. Thank you, Elaine. I didn't see you coming in, my friend. Oh, thank you, Angelica. Welcome, everyone. All right, I'm going to put this back in. It's okay, Elaine. All right, I'm gonna grab my spatula. This one, and I'm gonna add some texture to the frame. Oh, thank you so much for all the follows and the likes. I appreciate it. Have a oopsie here. Let's see if I can fix it instead of messing it up more. Probably not. I'll have to go back and fix it. I put too much. Maybe I'll put the bow on there. I'll cover it. There's a texture on the frame. See, I messed up on that side. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Susie. Thank you so much, Angie, and everyone else, for all the love. I think I should have made the frame white to go more with the background of the flowers. Let's see if I can make a quick bow, because I only got like about 10 minutes. And I don't do a lot of color in my project, so most of my ribbons are neutral colors. This is a time when I kind of wish I had pinks and purples maybe to add on there, but it's okay. We'll work with it. Yes, for sure, Elaine. And I know that for sure. Talked to you a little bit about it. So yes, it's a wonderful thing. Hi, Megan. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Appreciate it. I appreciate you telling me that every time. It's just so sweet. Let's hope it's not a crazy big bow, because I was trying to make it small, but the frame is small, so. Yes, you guys make sure that you guys go watch Linda. I'm almost done here. I've got about 6 minutes left. Go check her out. Refresh your page. If you're watching through the group name is New Beginnings Live. And you'll be able to see the next presenter. Her name is Linda with Pearland Creations. And if you have a chance, go check out the ones previous to me or prior. They made some really, really cute spring creations. It's a little crazy bow. All right, let's get it on there. So I'm running out of time here. It's a little twisted. Oh, thank you so much, Susie. Appreciate it. You guys made it easier for me. Thank you for all your guys' help with the questions too, because I was clueless at first with the poles and all of that stuff. I'm like, what do I need to do again? So, all right, I'm going to add an embellishment to the center and we are done. Got it done in an hour. It's done, you guys. And once again, if you are struggling, reach out to someone. And remember that you are strong. All right, you guys. Go catch Linda with Purlin Creations. She's going to be up in about a minute now. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Kimmy. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. Thank you, Andrea, and hello to you. I didn't see you coming in. Thank you, Elaine. Oh, thank you, Ellen. Thank you so much. That means a lot. All right, guys, it's time. Go catch Linda with Purlin Creations. She is the next presenter. And I will catch you guys another time, all right? Have a blessed rest of your day. Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.